giant gardeners. Genesis says humanity was placed in a garden, to tend it, not to own it. 3,000 years later, this month, the Pentagon released 162 declassified files on strange objects in our skies, some dating back to 1947, including footage from Apollo 11, 12, and 17. A Harvard astrophysicist called an interstellar comet a possible gardener. Tonight, why this idea keeps coming back, and what it would actually take to prove it. Long before astrophysics, Plato wrote that the universe was built by a craftsman, the demiurge, who shaped chaos into order because chaos was uglier than order. Genesis, Plato, Sumer, indigenous cosmologies. Why does the same idea keep showing up in cultures that never met? The pop version goes like this. Sumerian tablets describe sky gods called the Anunnaki, who engineered humans as a labor force. Except they don't. Michael Heiser, a Hebrew Bible PhD who actually reads cuneiform, wrote a 90-page rebuttal. No academic on Earth who reads Sumerian endorses it. The ancient astronaut version is dead. That's not the story. The serious version came from a Nobel Laureate. 1973, Francis Crick. DNA. Publishes a paper in the journal Icarus called Directed Panspermia. His argument was quiet and exact. The genetic code on Earth is universal. Every cell, one code. That's a fingerprint of a single origin. And he wrote, that origin might not be from here. He proposed life was deliberately sent by an older civilization on a slow ship before our planet even cooled. And here's where it gets strange. Same year, same journal, different author. A Harvard astrophysicist named John Ball publishes a separate paper called the Zoo Hypothesis. Ball's argument, if intelligence is common, the silence isn't. Advanced civilizations might be observing us and choosing not to interfere, like a wilderness preserve. 2 papers, same year, same journal, different authors, same shape of idea, that the Earth is being left alone on purpose. And if that's true, what would the silence actually look like? If we remember nothing else, remember this number. In 2014, Penn State astronomer Jason Wright surveyed 100,000 galaxies for the waste heat of advanced civilizations. Not stars, whole galaxies. He found nothing. In 1975, the physicist Michael Hart did the math from the other side. A self-replicating probe could cross the entire Milky Way in about 650,000 years. The galaxy is 12 billion years old, so either we are the first intelligence here, or we are being left alone. That was the biological version. Here's the digital one. 2003, Oxford philosopher Nick Bostrom argues that any civilization advanced enough to simulate ancestor worlds would not run one. It would run billions. And if even one such civilization ever exists, the math says most people are simulated, the garden, in code. So is the silence proof? The honest answer, no. Because the same silence fits. We are alone, and we are early, and we are being left alone, and we are rendered. The hypothesis doesn't move. That's the problem. Carl Sagan's rule, a claim that explains everything, predicts nothing. A garden that fits any data isn't a finding. It's a feeling. And feelings are not nothing, but they are not evidence. And yet, May 8th, 2026. The Pentagon, recently renamed the Department of War, opens an archive called Pursue, Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters. 162 records, more than 400 incidents. Some date back to 1947, the FBI's flying disc file. Project Blue Book, footage from the Apollo missions on the moon. The same office that released them, AARO, said 18 months earlier that no investigation has ever confirmed extraterrestrial technology. 2 government sources. 1 garden. No agreement. Plato, Genesis, Crick, Ball, Bostrom, Loeb. The human mind keeps returning to the same shape, Gardner and Garden, across 3,000 years and every continent. That recurrence might be a clue about the universe. Or it might be a clue about us. Next, we'll look at what would actually count as proof. The experiments that could turn a feeling into a finding.